Module 5, Lesson 2's application problem. Our standard today is adding within 100, and our objective is I can add using strategies based on place value. Our vocabulary are two familiar words: add, to bring two or more numbers together to make a new total, and sum, the result of adding two or more numbers together, also known as your total or your answer. Here's today's application problem. Please listen carefully while I read it aloud. Today, everyone will get 7 straws to use in our lesson. Later, you will use your pieces and your partner's pieces together. How many straw pieces will you have to use when you and your partner put them together? Use RDW to solve the problem. If you're not sure what a straw is, I have a photo here in the bottom corner. Those are straws. We drink out of them when we don't want to put our mouth on our glass. Now let's read our application problem together and annotate it like we would if we were in class. Today, everyone will get 7 straws to use in our lesson. So I circled 7 because that's a number, and I underlined the word straws because that's the item that we're working with today. Later, you will use your pieces and your partner's pieces together. I underlined the words your pieces and your partner's pieces because that lets me know that I have 2 separate categories for this problem. I have mine, which I could label with an M for Miss Monroe, and I have my partner's pieces, which I could label with a P for partner. I underlined together because that's one of those words that lets me know I'm going to need to add. How many straw pieces will you have when you and your partner put them together? So again, I underline together just so I can remember that when I want to put something together, I'm adding them. I'm not taking anything away. Before we solve, let's go over some misconceptions or things that can confuse us before we start writing. So I noticed that in this problem, it says everyone will get 7 straws. Some people might think that as a class, we're all just going to get 7 straws. So if 25 of us are sitting on the carpet, I might just put 7 on the floor and say, hey, everyone, we have 7 straws. But what this problem actually means is that each and every single one of you would get 7 of your own straws that belong to you and are just for you to share. Well, not even to share, they're yours. And then when you work with your partner, you would be combining those straws with your partner. Another misconception that we could have is, actually guys, I think that might be it. Just that word everyone in there could be really tricky. So remember, for this problem, each and every one of you is getting 7 straws. Now, this is your time to solve the problem on your own. Pause the video here so you can see the application problem while you solve your work. Now that you've paused the video and you've worked on your answer on your own paper, let's go over 2 solutions I think most of you probably used. Solution number 1. I solved my problem with quick math drawings. So just like we do in class when we use our tallies, we bundle them up till when we get to 5, we do that last straw with a little line across, and then our extra ones. So you can see here that I bundled my 5 and I had 2 ones for my straws. Then I bundled another 5 and the 2 ones for my partner's straws. When I added those together, I got 7 plus 7 equals 14. Solution number 2. I solved my problem on a number line. I know you guys love number lines, but remember how we talked about sometimes it takes too much time to sit there and draw the number line? So for this one, I found a number line and I inserted it into my slide. But if we were doing this on our application problem, sometimes we talked about how quicker is better. I think this one may have taken a little bit of too much time as opposed to using our quick math drawing. But I know for my artists out there that love number lines, this is probably the solution that you chose. So I'll show you how I did it with my number line. First, I did 7 jumps to show the 7 straws that I had. I did those in one color so we could tell the difference between my straws and my partner's straws. Then I did 7 more jumps to show the 7 straws that belong to my partner. After I did my two bundles of 7 jumps, I counted them all together, and my total is 14. So if you use solution number 1 or solution number 2, kiss your brain, because you are a total genius. If you did something different, solution number 3, share your solution with me on Class Dojo and explain to us how you did it. Now it's time to write our answer the same way we do in class. Please remember that when you write your answer, you want to also refer to the item that was talked about. So we don't just want to say 14 or we have 14. You want to use a complete sentence. My partner and I will have 14 straws. You could also say, we will have 14 straws. If you got super specific and decided to assign yourself a partner, you could say, Juancito and I had 14 straws. Jayla and I had 14 straws. Sayori and I had 14 straws. Miss Glees and I had 14 straws. Anyone who is your partner, you can refer to in your sentence, as long as you know that you both had 14 straws when your partner and yourself put your straws together. Here is today's exit ticket. Listen carefully. I'll read it twice. Miss Monroe gave every student 5 pieces of bacon. If Miss Monroe and 2 students put all their bacon together on a plate, how many pieces of bacon will they have total? I'll read it one more time. Miss Monroe gave every student 5 pieces of bacon. If Miss Monroe and 2 students put all their bacon together on a plate, how many pieces of bacon will they have total? Use RDW to solve your problem. Thanks, friends. Remember to post your answer on Class Dojo.